Let's begin with something simple, but powerful. The more you can grow that feeling of wealth inside of you, the more you can feel rich in your heart, the more you can feel joy in your daily life. And when you feel joy, money flows easier. Why? Because you're not living in fear. You're not living in a mindset of scarcity. But listen, feeling wealthy inside is not enough by itself. You can feel amazing, you can feel abundant, but if you use the wrong strategies with your money, you can still end up in a financial mess. Isn't that true? If you spend carelessly or invest badly, it doesn't matter how happy you feel, you'll struggle. So what matters most? Both parts. You need the right mindset and the right mechanics. But if I had to choose where you should start, I would say, start with your emotions. Start with your psychology. Because when money feels boring, or complicated, or frustrating, your emotions will carry you through. When you're tired, when you're frustrated, when things aren't going as planned, your psychology, your inner strength is what decides if you keep moving forward or if you quit. There's a famous researcher he studied optimism for many years. And do you know what he found? Pessimists, the people who always see the dark side, are actually more accurate in measuring things. If you give them a test and ask them how well they did, they'll usually be right. Optimists, on the other hand, often trick themselves. They say, I did amazing, when really, they didn't do so great. So who wins in the end? Pessimists are more accurate, but here's the problem, because they see things so clearly, they don't push themselves. They think, it's not going to work anyway. So they stop. Optimists, even though they aren't so accurate, keep trying. They think, I did okay, I'll do even better next time. And because they keep trying, they succeed 4 to 5 times more often than pessimists. This is why I want you to build resilience. I'm not asking you to fake happiness or pretend everything is perfect. What I'm saying is this, you must know, deep inside, that you are bigger than any problem you will ever face. You are larger than any financial challenge. You are stronger than any setback. Sometimes people say, but look at those who live in poverty. They don't have electricity. They don't have clean water. They don't have food. But here's the truth, many of them do not feel poor. Why? Because wealth begins in the mind. Wealth is identity. Wealth is how you see yourself. Let me ask you something. Knowing that 2/3 of the world lives on less than $2 a day, can you still find a way to feel grateful for what you have? Yes or no? The answer must be yes. Think about it. The roads you drive on, did you have to build them? No. The books in the library, did you have to write them? No. The internet, which gives you answers in seconds, did you have to invent it? No. The people in your life, friends, teachers, mentors, family, did you have to raise them? No. They are gifts. So if you want to feel wealthy, start by noticing how much you already have. Wealth begins with gratitude. Now, let's separate two ideas, wealth and financial independence. Wealth is a state of mind. It's how you feel about your life. Financial independence is different, it means you never have to work again unless you choose to. If you choose to work, it's because you love it, not because you need the money. But here's something important. If you reach financial independence and you decide to stop working completely, you will be miserable. I know people who sold their companies for millions. One made $50 million. Another made almost $1 billion. They were thrilled for a while. But then they became bored. Why? Because their business gave them purpose. It gave them a reason to grow, to solve problems, to connect with people. When that was gone, they felt empty. So don't confuse money with meaning. Yes, money is important. Yes, financial independence is powerful. But it will never replace contribution. It will never replace growth. It will never replace love and connection. I'm not telling you this as a positive thinking trick. I'm telling you because this is the real secret. The secret is to shift your identity. The secret is to recognize the value you already hold. Most people chase a future dream they already carry inside. Let me ask you, what do you believe you need to feel wealthy or financially free? Is it a certain amount of money? A certain lifestyle? What if I told you the finish line is closer than you think? There are 3 levels of financial freedom. First is financial security. That means the basics are covered: housing, food, transportation, and a little entertainment. If your investments alone, without you working, covered those things for the rest of your life, how would that feel? Pretty good, right? Now here's the surprise. That number is smaller than you think. Most people imagine financial independence as some giant, unreachable mountain. But when you break it down to financial security, it's much closer than you believe. The second level is financial independence. That means you never have to work again, and all your expenses are covered your entire lifestyle. The third level is financial freedom. This is when you don't just cover your lifestyle, you can do anything you want. Travel anywhere. Give to anyone. Create anything. Make dreams real, not just for you, but for others. So don't confuse financial freedom with a giant, impossible number. It is often much smaller than you imagine. Let's go deeper. Wealth isn't just money. Wealth is time. Wealth is energy. Wealth is freedom of choice. If you wake up every day and feel joy, if you have people you love, if you have health, aren't you already wealthy? Yes, money matters. You need money for food, for safety, for experiences. But money alone will never fill the hole inside you. You need meaning. You need growth. You need gratitude. Think of your life like a garden. If you plant seeds of gratitude, joy, and contribution, your garden grows rich with fruit. But if you only plant seeds of fear, scarcity, and stress, you'll have weeds. Which garden do you want? Every day you choose. You choose your thoughts. You choose your focus. You choose what you water. Wealth begins with choosing to water the seeds of abundance. I once knew a man who worked in a small shop. He didn't make much money. But every morning, he woke up smiling. He would sing while sweeping the floor. People loved visiting his shop because he gave them joy. Was he rich in money? No. Was he rich in spirit? Absolutely. And because of that, people supported him. Over time, his shop grew. On the other hand, I also knew a wealthy businessman who had millions in the bank. But he was angry every day. He shouted at his employees. He worried about losing money. He never felt safe, never felt enough. Was he truly wealthy? No. He had money, but no joy. So let me ask you, which one would you rather be? The man with little money but great joy? Or the man with millions but constant misery? Now let's talk about steps you can take. Step 1, gratitude. Start every morning by listing 3 things you are grateful for. They can be small: the bed you sleep in, the water you drink, the breath in your lungs. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present. Step 2, define your number. Don't say, "I need millions." Ask, how much do I really need for financial security? Calculate your housing, food, transport, and basic fund. You'll be surprised it's not as big as you think. Step 3, invest in growth. Use part of your money to learn. Buy books. Take courses. Grow your skills. Because the greatest investment is not the stock market, it's you. Step 4, create a plan. Decide how much to save, how much to invest, and how much to spend. Even if you start small, consistency builds wealth. Step 5, give. Even when you don't have much, give something. Time, love, help, or even a little money. Giving reminds you that you are not empty, you are full. Imagine waking up one day knowing your house is paid for, your food is covered, your car is secure, and your basic needs are handled. Imagine knowing that even if you never worked again, you would be safe. How would that feel? Peaceful? Joyful? That's financial security. Now imagine going beyond that. Imagine financial independence, your lifestyle fully covered. You can travel, explore, enjoy. That's the second step. And finally, imagine financial freedom where anything is possible. You can create, build, share, give. You can live not just for yourself, but for others. That's the highest level. So remember, wealth begins in the mind. Wealth begins with gratitude. Wealth begins with seeing that you are larger than any problem. And when you combine that mindset with smart actions, with consistent steps, you can build a life of joy, freedom, and meaning. That is true wealth. That is financial freedom. And that is waiting for you if you choose it.
Please like and subscribe for more videos.